People mock me for going to the gym every day. How can I stop worrying that people will make fun of me while I'm lifting? People mock me because I'm working out. I hate when people make fun of you for working out. There's a young man out there right now that has elite genetics that could work out for not even that long and gain his dream physique. But his friends point at him and make fun of him. Why would you want to go to the gym? You'll never look like Sam Sulek, or you'll never look like this guy or that guy. You must be so in love with yourself. You've made no gains, you should just give up. It is too common in our society where we find these people who want nothing more than to pull you down when you're trying to improve yourself. Whether it be through our school or through work, there'll always be a group of people who will try and embarrass you for trying to excel in something. There are two versions of this young man. There's the version that listens to his friends, where he stops going to the gym and he just starts playing games all night and he never reaches that dream physique. He's not confident in school, he's not confident in his work, he just keeps living this middling life. Then there's the second version of this young man. This is the one that notices that his friends, or this social group that he's cultivated around themselves, are actually just filled with negative people. People who he should really cut off for his own health. This version of him is more confident, this version of him is more sociable, this version of this young man is more attractive, and he has that dream physique that he's always wanted, that has given him the confidence that he needs in order to excel in other parts of his life. The hard truth in this story as well is that no matter which version this young man ends up taking, no matter which path he ends up going down, that same group of people will end up making fun of him anyway. They'll make fun of him for excelling, they'll make fun of him for going to the gym, they'll make fun of him for trying to find another social group, and then if he goes down the other path and he listens to them, they're going to make fun of him for being skinny, or they're going to make fun of him for not having a social life. It doesn't matter which path that you go down, these people will stay negative. Here's how to know if your friends are toxic, and if they are, how to move forward with the situation. My name is Jonathan Surtees. This is only a small channel, so please like and subscribe. Also join my Discord in the description. The first thing to notice, and to know whether or not your group is filled with negative people and negative energy, is if they make fun of you for having a positive attitude. Not only a positive attitude, but just doing any sort of positive activity. Do they make fun of you for getting good grades? Do they make fun of you for trying to go up the ladder in your job? Do they make fun of you for getting a new haircut? Even little things like that. Do they make fun of you for trying to change your facial hair? Do they make fun of you for trying to get your dream physique? Do they make fun of you for trying to post content on YouTube or Instagram or something like that? If they do, you know these people, as much as they would like to try and make it out that this isn't the case, aren't actually looking out for your best interest. They should be supporting you in whatever you do. Obviously, if they feel like you're doing something that is against your health or is actually bad for you, then yes, good friends will stand up, but good friends would never come in the way of something that would actually bring you not only happiness, but also, let's say, mental, physical, and spiritual benefit. These people will also typically be against self-improvement, and this is something that I find just completely nonsensical. I want all of my friends to be improving themselves. I want all of them to be in the gym or in some sort of exercise. I want all of them to be training themselves and training their mind in some kind of way that will bring them happiness and bring them longevity, so we can have more memories in the future. But a negative group sees this and becomes uncomfortable. A negative group, a negative person, sees this and becomes insecure. Now, why do they become insecure? A lot of these people will feel uncomfortable seeing someone else on self-improvement because it's a mirror of what they could be. It's directly showing them what they could achieve if they actually went down the same path as you do. And when you're not on that path, that's the last thing you want to see, because you know that you've missed out on that, whether it be through laziness or through some sort of addiction, perhaps to video games a lot of the time. They don't want to confront these hard things, so the best thing they can do is bring you down for trying to improve yourself. So with this understanding of negative people and negative energies, look around your group and see which ones you think are actually good and have good energy and want the best for you, and which ones don't want the best for you. Because the truth is you never really find a group of people where it's all 100% negative energy. Sometimes there can be a bunch of negative people and then there's a few positive people in there, but you don't often find that the other way around. If there's a group of positive people, the negative people don't usually stay around for that much longer. Find those positive people and make your own plans with them, whether it be just you and 2 other guys or 3 other guys or literally just 1 other guy. That 1 other guy is going to serve your mental health and your physical health so much better than a group of guys who are all negative towards you. For example, when I was at school, I'm not going to say that I was in a negative group, but it wasn't exactly a group that excelled a lot. We kind of had mediocre grades and we kind of all didn't really go to the gym and we liked to game a lot. This was during year 9, year 10. And then as we went on, there was kind of a subgroup of that group that broke off. And it's me and my closest friends at the minute was a part of that group. And we all go to the gym. We're always talking about, things that actually mean something. Some of us still play video games, but we're not doing it all the time. We still all have a social life. We're just normal, good, positive people, and these are groups that you can find within your group. And what you'll also find is if there's a positive person in your negative group, that person also is able to recognize that everyone else is negative, and you and them will actually just bond together like you've never had a bond before. Another way you could go about it, and this is a lot more easier said than done, I do understand this, is especially if you're in school where you're not just able to completely cut yourself off, or if you're in work, for example, and you're not able to just completely cut off these people from your life, you'll still see them, around the school or around your work. Literally just stop doing the habits that you would usually do with them. For example, don't sit with your friends at that bench in the playground at break time. Don't take your break at that time with your friend in that restaurant when you're at work. Literally just do something different. Change it up a little bit. Try and get some more positive energy into your life and rebuke these people. If that for you is not going on games with them and not picking up the Discord call, then make that your priority. When they call, don't pick up. If they start sending you messages saying, "Oh, where are you? We're playing a game. You always play the game." Just say, "Oh, not today. I'm focusing on something else. I'm focusing on homework. I've got to babysit my bloody nephew or something like that." Just don't give them the time of day to try and let them back in to your life and let them back in to your energy. So once you've done this, try and get closer to the people who you actually admire, people who do the traits that you like, people who do the habits that you would like to do that would contribute to your goals of becoming your ideal self. And the last point that I want to make here is if you've been watching this video and you've been thinking there's absolutely no one positive in my school, there's absolutely no one positive in my work, there's no one positive in my entire life, then unfortunately the hard truth is, I believe at least, that you are in fact the negative person, because there's always positive people around. There's never such a large group of people, such as a school or as a workplace, where there's not at least one positive person. Or even just the third spaces, there's never a gym where everyone's negative. Perhaps it can be a little bit easier and a little bit harder in certain gyms in order to find a positive person, but there's always going to be a positive person. There's always positive energy out there. This goes into the last point, where you probably need to boost your self-image and you probably need to boost your self-confidence, because if you actually valued yourself as much as you should, you wouldn't stick around these people who are toxic and hold you back from the goals that you actually want to achieve. If you heard these people talking to your sister or your mum or your dad in a disrespectful way, the same way that they talk to you, you wouldn't stand for it. You would be extremely annoyed because you value those people enough to actually stand up. You need to value yourself like that, so you're able to stand up against these people that actually don't want the best for you. So if you're still at this stage and you don't know what to do, the best step, if you don't want to cut all these people off, if you don't quite have the mental strength to be able to go lone for a couple of months or a couple of weeks, just try and improve your mental health. There's a number of different ways that you could do this. For me, for example, I would always recommend doing some kind of journaling, and meditation in the morning is amazing for mental health, especially on focusing on things and getting a clearer state of mind. But there is a number of different techniques that you can check out. But that is probably the number one step if you really feel as though there's no options for you at the minute. Improve your mental health, improve the value that you see in yourself. If you're really self-conscious about going to the gym, go to the gym as a secret for a little while. The thing is you're going to be in there for like 3 months and then you're going to become so much bigger than everyone else. They're not even going to have the power to overpower you when you literally have the physical power to overpower them. Even from like a mental point of view, that's a different video, but the confidence that it does give you totally changes the interactions and the way in which people look at you and respect you. Find some self-respect. Decipher who is toxic and who isn't. Get rid of them or keep the good ones. Make your own friend group, make some mates in the gym, make some new friends that actually want you to succeed. Watch this video here if you want to speed up your gym progress.